So many critters make their home in the forest. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the so much damage. Half your health. Going to be night any moment now. until you try. What you do here matters to you and the world.
That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. This is turning out to be quite an expedition. Let's see.
Yangu,
Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He recalls you wouldn't put in the time required to learn how to swim. He bets you regret that now. He understands you've returned to face Lupa-Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He understands why you seek revenge, but he doesn't think you realize how that'll make you feel once you claimed it.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes your gut is flat out wrong.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows you're better than this.
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
Figures the world is a goner. Even the goo will go gone. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Wonders why you're flapping around with the Jagni. They spend too much time nesting to do anything fun. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit, so you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. It's not that it won't keep your head above the surface, but it needs improving to carry you across the thick goo out by the Porky Puff. Control your destiny, or someone else will. Don't tip over. It's a fresh morning. Maybe find some breakfast. Biohazard like that can make you real sick. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. It's time to create your own path. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to break through the thick goo further out. There's debris floating around on the surf that might be blocking your path or needs to be towed. That means you'll need a device so you can get it out of your way. Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position. The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find quacks. He's not sure, but the quacks are probably a leftover from a cargo surfer that went under in the olden days. The squeaky material must have made them surface when their box broke. Let's see. The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. Welcome to the Surf Archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. You're poking around Pockbur, a prime village. This here is the Sinky Dink, home of Gulp, at the very least. Back to your own power. Yeah! Let's see. He's pretty sure he's heard of you before, although the details are maybe a little hazy. He wonders if you have something for him to drink. Guesses he does, but it's a long life in a wild world. Sometimes he's shaken, not stirred. Yeah! Says you look like you've got a powerful thirst to do something in this world. Good, bad, not really sure, but it seems like you've been drinking in your destiny and liking the flavor. Wonders if you could take the time to help a man slake his own thirst. You'd be doing him a liquid solid. You're a do-gooder, so you know you want to. Either way, he hopes you find a way to wet your whistle before the world comes to an awful dry end and leaves us all thirsting for more. Says life's like a mystery drink. Sometimes it's amazing, and sometimes it's awful. But either way, you can't stop drinking till you're dead. Sure, but that's nowhere near as quick and easy. Who wants to stop to chew? Says you should toast the end of the world, but you'd better hurry. It's coming soon. Respects how you always try to help, no matter that the world's fate is hard to swallow. Thinks it's funny you wound up with the Jagni. They drink so little, like birds. Guesses someone has to be, but he can't swallow the sight of it. But who cares about them? Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The glugmocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of syrup he swigs. That's why he's called Gulp. The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world... There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in these dark times, and, fortunately for you, he can help. Watching Pippi's flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. Squeezing them is a great way to relax. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself a pair of wings. Thinks it's time for you to go see... Understands you have other places you need to go. For a wave ride, I think. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely. We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope. Couldn't just be open, eh? Someone locked it solid. This is in your hands and not someone else's. Whatever you do, do it right, or don't do it at all. Stay away from that biohazard. You'll want to wash yourself off for a month. Now that's a knife. Need the right key? You need to line up the switches so they match. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. You won't need a bath today. Maybe do that again later. Let's see.
I meet this very
Gulp says he'll bibble anything once, as long as it's drinkalicious, even rocket fuel. He once mixed up some tankers and drank that. It was a real lift-off. That leads him to the bottom of that particular bottle. Radium syrup. If only he could find a tanker truck to empty. He's not in a state to go looking, so he's counting on you to help. Go find him a tanker truck and bring back some of that precious radium syrup. Please. Thinks you're not the only one who... What were we talking about again? You enjoyed that. Says you should take the time to enjoy what we have while you watch the leaves fall from the tree of life. They love the juice that Jumble makes. So good. He gathers ingredients from all over. Surprisingly tasty. Claims Jumble travels everywhere, so he could be anywhere. Says it's hard to find Jumble, but it's so worth the effort. Keep on the lookout for him, and you should find him. Then buy a juice from him fast, before he runs out. Thinks you're not the only one. Thinks you're always welcome to squeeze by. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's. This gutway has centuries of old waste. Sure is dark out. Hey, nice shot. feeling so much better. Flex those smart muscles and open the hatch. That should be enough glow juice for two. That's a handsome weapon. Who needs a ladder? The day is dawning. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around. Let's see. Got a jet. On your own again.
Heja humbug.
Gulp says he wants to take you with him on a super funny happy slide. Sharing is caring, and one drink for two is just right.
What do?
Gulp says seeing your face is like seeing his own reflection at the bottom of a glass. It never gets old. He's been looking forward to a rendezvous, and it's on you to make it happen. There's even a chance the syrup is more intoxicating now from being aged in a radiated tanker. He's sure there are even more tanker trucks with radium syrup out there waiting to be emptied. Tells you that this time you can make it a double. Gulp says drinking shouldn't keep you from thinking. But hope isn't lost. Yet. That monster needs stopping, fast. Says you're welcome back. Gulp says drinking shouldn't keep you from thinking. He wonders what. Says the Pichu tribe is known for its style. Understands you have things to do. Gulp says drinking shouldn't keep you from thinking. He wonders what's on your mind. Has plenty to do, so no worries. Nothing's more important right now than this.